right. Welcome to Gab and Jam, episode 278.
All right. So what are we talking about? Because I have absolutely no idea.
All right. So today's topic is, why do I need to market as a DIY rock star? And this episode was inspired by Art Juice Podcast, Marketing Your Art Without Marketing episode. And I'll put the link in the description below.
So first of all, let's dispel the myth. Anything that you know about today, you just did not find out about it just some kind of organic way.
Yes.
That you found out about stuff because that stuff, whether knowingly or unknowingly to you, was marketing.
Yes.
It usually is not just word of mouth that gets there. But, it meaning that marketing could provide the seeds that give root to word of mouth.
Yes.
But trust me, it all started with a marketing.
Yes. And so there are some things that we wanted to kind of unpack concerning why you need to market. DIY Rockstar, again, you are a person who wants to share your art with the outside world, to have some type of impact, some type of reach.
Right.
And that may be part of your goal, maybe in the form of selling your art.
Exactly.
Because, that would be a nice reward, right?
Right.
For sharing as organic. So the whole point is that marketing shouldn't be cringy. People kind of think that, if I'm marketing, I'm trying to sell and I'm pushy and that's just completely antithetical to being a creator, a person who is artistic. However, that is what we're here to talk about. So one of the first things is, marketing is different from sales. So you're not walking up to people saying, buy my mixtape. That's not what we're talking about. You could.
Right. Marketing is more of an awareness.
Yes.
Right. It's bringing awareness to what you're doing.
Yes. And to find other people who like what you do. You're not trying to push what you do onto people.
Right.
You're saying, here, I have this.
Yes.
I made this wonderful thing. It was so nice the way the woman put it. She was like, I made this wonderful thing, like more like show and tell.
Yeah.
And then whoever is drawn to it.
Right. You kind of say, hey, we do this, and this, and so if you're interested in this, and this, you can come check us out.
Yes.
So it's almost like, hey, here's something you might be interested to and to listen to or whatever. Mm-hmm. And it's a call to action to say, okay, if you are interested, then follow these breadcrumbs to where this is.
And if you really love it, go ahead and support it as in purchase it.
There will go the next step.
Yes.
But the whole thing is that you are saying, here are the breadcrumbs that lead to this thing.
Yes.
And, voluntarily people decide whether or not they are going to follow or not follow.
Yeah. And so one of the things that they were talking about in the episode, they kind of went down the social media rabbit hole, but we're talking about marketing in general. However, because introverts, a lot of times our artists are introverts, that actually social media is an easier way. It's easier to put things out you by yourself in your room or in the basement and putting it out there for the world than it is to actually walk into a crowded room and start introducing yourself and telling people about your music.
But then again, that's the other aspect of it, is that I could go out to the Sacramento or go to the Malibu beach and I could bury something in the sand. Mm-hmm. And I could say, hey, I buried something very special in the sand. You have to go find it, right? That's going to be very difficult for you, for your audience to find it. So this is where kind of targeted marketing comes to, because what it's doing is that it's going to give you the treasure map to where you find this stuff. Yeah. Because social media, just saying, hey, you throw something on social media, it's going to get lost in the grains of sand that's out on the beach. Yeah. And so that's kind of why you have to do a targeted marketing approach to say, hey, there's this treasure that's sitting here. Yeah. Everybody might not see it as a treasure, but for the people who are interested in what you do, they will see it as a treasure. And so they will take the map and go to where the treasure is buried.
I love it. And so that kind of goes into the next point, which is if you kind of give a little bit of the backstory, that actually draws people in a little bit better. So instead of just putting it out and saying, here it is. But however, if that's your comfort level, go ahead and do that. That's better than nothing.
Right.
But
Right.
if you give a little bit of the backstory, maybe, hey, you know, I wrote this song because I was so inspired by whatever it is.
Right.
A lot of times that is like the invitation for someone to kind of come in and say, oh, you know what? If it's inspired by your kids, for instance, birth of your child. Other people who feel the same way, like, oh, my child was, you know, changed my life too. They might be drawn to hear more. They might want to now go listen to the song.
Right.
Versus if you just put it out and say, oh yeah, there's this song out here.
Right. Yeah.
You know, so again, just the little things, but that's marketing. People don't think about it. Because we talk about that in that behind the scenes episode. So if you need to, go check that out. But yeah, that just sharing a little bit of the story. And I know the one of the objections was the woman was saying that we don't think about ourselves as marketing, you know, when we're ready to market. And she said, well, keep track. And we kind of do that. Mm-hmm. Keep track of maybe how you're feeling in that moment. When you're super excited about it, jot some notes. What's coming to your mind? I'm so excited because, you know, I tried this new piece of equipment and this is the first song I wrote.
Right.
Whatever it is,
yeah,
those are the things that you can use to actually, in your marketing, to help draw people in.
Yeah, to the extent that you feel like marketing is, I guess, something that is, I don't know, sleazy or whatever you might be thinking about it. Think about it this way. If you had this great invention that you came up with that you think would be helpful for people, how would they find out about it?
Yeah.
You know, how would they know that you got this great invention that would be great for people?
Yeah.
You know, I mean, they wouldn't know about it. And then sometimes it's even like if you end up getting with a corporation or something like that. So you got this great invention, right? Mm-hmm. That for you, when you invented it, it took you, 3 weeks to do one. Mm-hmm. You know, and so if a company comes behind you and say, hey, look, we can mass produce these, where in that 3 weeks we can do 1 million. Yeah. Why would that be a bad deal for you?
Yeah.
I mean, so it's that same type of thing. I mean, you got this thing that is a great invention, it could be helpful and beneficial for people. You're going to have marketing so that people will know that it's out there. And you might have to hook up with a corporation or something like that who can mass produce it so that you can help people across the world get a hold of this thing. Yeah. So if you feel like your music touches people the same way, then you have to apply the same mentality towards that. Yeah. That, hey, I got this great thing. I think, it helped me get through whatever bad time you might have went through. Yeah. I did this great song, great album, whatever it might be. And it's like, okay, I think this might be beneficial to other people. Yeah. Well, how do they find out about it? And that's what marketing is about.
Yeah. But, okay, so now this one actually sounds counterintuitive to what we just said, where you're trying to get it out on a mass scale. Mm-hmm. One of the things that you need to do early on is maybe tamper your expectations, because some people think, oh, I put one post out, it's going to go viral because it's great, and then you're done. You drop the mic, you're done. And it's like, again, I've been listening to a bunch of podcasters talking about how uneven social media now, the shorts on YouTube are trying to rival the TikTok and Reels are trying to rival in the Facebook. So they're all kind of catering to video. So a lot of the people have been saying, hey, one video will go gangbusters. The same type of video, 2 days later, I put up nothing, crickets. Yeah. So again, it's about trying different things and just being out there and letting people know, initially, that's all you can do. You can't control what ends up happening after, but you can control whether or not you post.
Right. I'm just that's the thing. You can control the fact that you're marketing. I'm not saying that, as soon as you market something, that means that billions of people are going to see it. No. Yeah. But, just if you just post something on YouTube or wherever you might post it, right? Mm-hmm. You post a song on SoundCloud, and then you come back and you say, okay, I listened to it and it's just one listen. Well, that might be because of the fact that you haven't marketed anybody. That's true. All I'm trying to say is that if you just think about, hey, it was one, I did some marketing. I got 10 people.
Yeah.
That's 10 times
Yeah.
what you had before.
Yeah.
So you got to look at things proportionally.
Yeah.
You can't say, okay, you know, I'm going to go from 0 to Beyonce.
Yeah.
That's not going to happen.
Say she didn't do it.
Right.
Yeah,
I mean,
right.
so you gotta, you know, I don't even know if it's so much tempering the expectations, but make your expectations realistic.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Rome wasn't built in a day, and you know, overnight success usually happens over 20 years.
Yeah. So this kind of goes, kind of follows that up by saying their whole thing was lean into finding your people, not so much going viral, but finding whoever it is that resonates.
Right.
You know, kind of what we were talking about early on, that whatever your message is, that it seems like those people seem to get it, even if it's only 10 people here and 10 people there. So lean into that, and then you will look up. Like you said, it's not overnight.
Right.
But I mean, I look at with us, it's been 7 years, and yeah, we're at 16,000 subscribers, but it is, you know, it's taken 7 years.
Right. And
so we post every week, and every few days I'm, you know, sharing things. So.
And you might be, well, you know, you might look at somebody like a Shannon Sharp, you know, who started his club Shay Shay, and so he is like, oh, I got 1 million. But Shannon Sharp has a platform on television every single day. Yeah. You know, so when you have these people, you can't compare yourself to somebody else. And even if it's somebody that you know, doesn't have such a platform, you know, they went from, you know, 3 viewers to, you know, or subscribers to, you know, 500,000 subscribers, you know, over a certain period of time. It doesn't mean that you're going to have the same type of growth. Yeah. It just doesn't. You just can't compare yourself to other people. Yeah. You have to remember to run your own race. Yeah. So. Yeah, and so the whole thing with the marketing is if you just make a commitment to start and then to be consistent. I think we've said that before. Right. But you know, as you learn what works for you, do more of that. Right. You know, and not necessarily what is right, because you know, I'm listening to a bunch of podcasts where they talk about the features that we really aren't even tapping into for Instagram or this or that, the other. I can't do all of them. I'm sorry. I cannot do this and this and this and this and this and this and this. But what the commitment that we made is sharing, you know, a song clip every week, you know, a piece of a song, every month, a full complete song, every week, a Gavin Jam episode, you know, and a blog post. So, you know, just whatever it is. And then we put those out there. So no, we're not getting the full capabilities of everything, but over a time, I've seen things that actually work for us, and we have to just say, okay, you know, it can't take over our lives. I'm sorry, I can't. And again, it depends. It's up to you. It's your level. You know what I'm saying? If you want to do it 24/7, you got time to do it 24/7. Knock yourself out. Yeah. Go for it. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because if it means that, hey, you know, I work here, then I work here. Yeah, I like that. You know. Put it in, you know, put in the work, whatever it takes, whatever you can do. Yeah. You know, put it in. So if, you know, a task is not too daunting and you're willing to do it, the thing that you always have to do is just, you know, you don't want to burn yourself out. Yeah. Per se. Yeah. But at the same token, you know, if you feel like, hey, I can do this, I can do more. Yeah. And do more even if you're not seeing results. Yeah, that's gonna be the toughest thing, is to continue to do more, even when the results aren't there. Yes, because we've had plenty of time, or even when they're uneven. Again, you know, the results or the feedback, if it's not there, to continue to do more in spite of that. Yeah. Or if the feedback is negative. Yeah. Same thing. To continue to grow and do more. Because remember, you're trying to find your people. It's not everybody. Right. You just need the people who resonate with you, but they won't know about it if they don't get a chance to be exposed to it. So that's really kind of the big thing. Yeah. All right. What about you? How do you market your work? Or how do you feel about marketing? And I know that's an open-ended question, but we'd love to hear your comments on this topic. Yeah. So drop it in the comments below. And what else? As usual, we got SugarFit. SugarFit, you can stream it everywhere. If you want CD, you can get it through CD Baby. You can get it through Bandcamp. Mm-hmm. So everywhere that you stream music, you can stream SugarFit. And new album is coming out soon. Yeah. So you know, just be on the lookout for that. Yeah. You know, you can subscribe or you know on any of those sites that you are. You know, any of these streaming sites you can subscribe, or Bandcamp, you subscribe. So
I love it. All right. If you dig the vibe and you want to be a part of the tribe, be sure to
subscribe.
We're wishing you love, peace, and
Chicken grease.